Hey, welcome back. In this video, we are going to see how to create the missile effect. So first we'll create the Niagara system. So just right click, effects, Niagara system, and select the first option, click on next. And here I will select this like a simple spite burst emitter. So click on this add and finish. So I'll give the name Niagara system underscore like missile. And now I will double click on this. So now it has been created some basic particles and we are getting this fading effect. So for time being, we don't want this fading effect. So in order to remove that, we will select this emitter. And here you can see there is an option like scale color. So you can uncheck or you can like directly delete this thing. So just click on delete. So it will delete this scale. Now we don't have any fading effect. And now what the thing is, we need to add the velocity for this particle. So as we are creating the missile, we need some velocity. So in order to add the velocity, so in the particle spawn, you need to click on this add and search for add velocity and select this. So now we got this velocity. For default, it is going in the Z direction. So I want the missile should go in the Y direction. So just I will give the 0 in Z. And in Y direction, just I will give like 800 or something. So now it is going in the Y direction. So if I zoom out, so now you can see it is going in the Y direction. And now we will decrease the lifetime of this particle. So in order to do that, we need to select this initialized particle. So let's I will give to like 0.8 or something. So now the particles will die faster. And now as the particle is in round shape, so we want to create some capsule kind of shape. So we need to select this non-uniform here. So here, if you see, there is an option like sprite size mode. So here you have an uniform scale. That means X and Y size is like equal. So now here I will select this non-uniform and we can specify the value for X and Y individually. So let's say I will change the X value to like 90 and I will give to like 60 or something. So now we got this like capsule kind of a shape here. And now we will change the color of this particle. So in order to do that in particle update, we can click on this add. So search for color. So select this color option. And here you will get this color option. So select this, you can give any one of the color. So you can give like orange or something. So if I give the value to like 20 or something, now you got this like missile color. In case if you want to change the multiple color. So like for example, as I explained in the previous video, we can change the particle color over time. So if you select this option and here you can see there is an option like if you select this one and if you see there is an option like color from curve. So if you want to change the color of the particle from over time, means like say for example, if I give to like red or something, and here if I double click and let's say if I give value to like green, and now at present, we are not able to see the green because here the opacity is 0. So if I double click on this, now we can view to like 100. So now what the thing is the particle color will going to change according to the age. So for time being, we don't want this. We want only the single color. So I will just reset everything. So we need only the single color. So I will change it to like orange. So let's say I will give the value to like 20 or something. Now we got this yellow color. And next what we'll do is we'll add the trail for this missile. So first we'll change the name of this thing. So if I select this and if I double click here, or else you can give the name. So now we will give the name to like missile. And now we will create another empty emitter. So right click, add emitter. So click on this empty. So like we can name it as like trail. So double click on this. So in order to rename, just we need to make a single click so that you'll get this name option. And let's say we'll give the name to trial. And before adding the trial, first we need to get the location of this particle. So in order to do that, we need to go to this particle update and we need to search for generate location event. So what it will do is according to this location, it will create the trials here. We can create the trials from this particle here. And now here we are getting an error. So if you go to this Niagara log, here it is saying that requires persistence IDs. So what we need to do is we need to select the properties of this missile emitter. So here you can see there is an option like require persistent ID. So we need to select this thing. So now you will not get any error here. Now what the thing is, as the trial should follow this missile, so we need to create the event handler. So in order to do that, we need to go to this stage and we have to click on this event handler. So in the event handler, what we can do is we can select the source where we want to follow this trial. So here we can select this source, and here we need to select this missile location event. As I said, like the location event we have created in this missile because we'll get the location of this missile particle. So in the trial section, event handler, we need to select the source as an location event for this missile. So after selecting this option, what the thing is, now the particles will generate based on the location of this missile here. So now if you select this event handler here, you can see there is an option like spawn number. So in order to see the particles, because see now whenever I click on this play, now still we are not able to see any trial particles. So in order to generate that, here we need to like specify some numbers. So let's say if I give the value to like 5 or something. So now if you like click on this play, see now the particles has been generated at the position of this missile, but still it is not following that. And now what the thing is here, nothing is going to be happen. So in the execution mode, even though if you select this spawn particles and if you click on this play, so still the particles are staying in the same position. So what we need to do is in the event handler, we need to click on this add. So we need to receive the location of this particle. So we need to add the option. So like receive location event. So select this thing so that now the particles will receive the location of the missile. So now if you click on this play, now the trials are following this missile here. So now we need to change the size of this trial. So like if I go to this initial thing, initial particle and the sprite size mode, I will set it to like uniform. So now we got this size. So if you like click on this play, so now see we are getting this nice effect. So now we need some noise because all the particles are going in the straight line. So if I go to this particle update and click on this add, search for noise. So here you have to select this vector noise force. And here we are getting an error. So just you can click on this fix solve error. So now it will add and solve forces and velocity. So now if you like click on this play, so we got this noise. And here, if you want to increase the amount of this noise, so you can increase. So let's say if I give the value to like 300 or something now. So if you click on this play, it will add a noise. As you can see, we are getting some problem here. Now, whenever we click on this play, so the particles are staying in the same position. As we want, the trial should follow the missile. So we can go to this receive location event, and here there is an option like velocity. So here we need to select this option like apply. So whenever we click on this apply, so now whenever we click on this play, so the particles are following this missile here. So we can decrease the amount of this thing, means like suppose if I give the value to 0.1 or something. So now we will get this nice effect. Means like see here, if I give the default value to 0.5 or something. So even though the missile dies, still the particles are following, means we don't want to do that. So just we will give the value to 0.1 or something. So now we will get this natural effect in this way. So it depends on your requirement. So let's say if I give the value to like 0.3 or something, so that's fine. So just click on this play. So we got this thing. So now we will add the color for this particle trials. So in the particle update, so click on this, search for color. And now we want the multiple colors. So like here, if you go, you can select this color from curve. So let's say we'll select this and just will give this nice orange color. Add multiple colors. So let's say just if I double click on this, you can give some red or something. Click on this and just you can add the opacity. Now we got this. So if I zoom out, so now we got this nice effect. So now the particles are staying for a long time. We need to decrease the lifetime for this. So like if you go to this initial particle and here you can see there is an option like lifetime. So I'll give the random. So let's say I will give the value from 0.4 to like 1.5 or something. So now if you click on this play, so now we got this nice effect. And next we will see how to create the explosion for this capsule. So as the capsule dies, we need to create some explosion. So we will get the natural effect. And now in order to create this explosion, first we need to get the information where it is going to die. So let's say now it is going to die in this position. So we need to get the information so that it will create the explosion. So in order to do that, we need to go to this particle update, click on this. We need to create one more event. So generate death event. So select this. So after that death, we need to add another emitter like explosion. So in order to do that, first we need to add a empty emitter. So right click, add empty. So just go to this empty emitter. So in the particle update, just I will add solve forces velocity. So now we need to click on this stage, select this event handler so that we will link this event to the missile so that whenever it dies, it will create the explosion. So now after adding this event handler, so in this we need to add another like receive death event. So click on this receive death event. So now after creating this receive death event, so you select this handler and here the source. So we need to get the death event from the missile which we have created. So just select this death event. And here we can give the spawn number. Let's say if I give the value to like 5 or something. So now whenever we click on this play, see, now it is going to generate the particles after the missile dies. See here now. Okay. So for timing, I will set the color to white. So if I go to this color mode, I will select this option like direct set. So here I will select this event handler and I will select this number like 100. So now we need to create spread out this particle. So here I will go to this initialize particle and spike size I will set it to like random uniform. So if you click on this play, okay, so now it is creating this particle, but what the thing is, we need to create the explosion kind of effect. So in the particle spawn, so if I select this and add velocity, so select this add velocity. So in the add velocity here, I will select the option to like from point. As I explained in this previous video, like I have created the explosion by using this option. So I will put the video link in the description. So now I will increase the velocity speed to like 300. And now we will see this. So now see it has been created nice explosion. So now what the thing is, the explosion is very big. We need to decrease the lifetime. So if you select this initialize particle and the lifetime here, I will select it to like random. So let's say I will give the value to like 0.2, like 0.3 or something. So now if you click on this play, so now we got this explosion. So it depends on your requirement, what kind of explosion you want to create. You can give the value for this life minimum and maximum. So let's say if I want to increase more like 0.6 or something. So now if I click on this play, now this is okay. So now what the thing is, I want the explosion also should follow this missile. So what we need to do is in the missile thing, like in the explosion, if I go to this receive event death, here the velocity vector I will give to apply. And defaultly it will be 1. So whenever we click on this play, so the explosion is going very fast. So here I will give the value to like 0.1 or something and click on this play. And now finally we got this nice explosion and we will add the color to the explosion particle. So if I go to this initial particle and we can give the color to like, it depends what color you want to generate. So just let's say if I go into create this red color or like L. So I will click on this OK. And now we will see this, just I will zoom in. And we got this nice missile effect. And now what the thing is, if you want to add the glow for this explosion, so if you select this color and here we can give, let's say if I give the value to like 70 or something. So now we got this glow. So if it is more, you can decrease this. And finally, we will see this thing. So if you click on display, so we got this nice effect.